What's going on, everybody? Tip of the cap. Tip of the cap from hot garbage earth and what we have left of it from America, from the freest nation on earth, the last free place on the planet. Things are looking a little dicey out there. Oh, God. Hey, I thought it would only be appropriate. What's going on, everybody? I thought it would only be appropriate to address the situation that happened today in the great city of New York. I wanted to I was trying to make a video about it, and I'm like, I don't know how to make this funny. I don't even know how to condense this into a digestible nougat of intel. As I think many of you have probably noticed lately, I've been really kind of in like a nice groove with the videos that I've been putting out. Not that I'm not normally in the aforementioned groove, but whatever momentum I'm in right now has been pretty clean, and I think that it's kind of palpable. You can kind of see it in the way that the content's been flowing, the amount of views and attention that they're getting, the comments, the likes, and I see the feedback that you guys have been giving me. So it seems like the momentum and kind of the lockstep that I'm in right now has been really good. And because of that, it's like I'm able to give really long bits of information that mix in a little bit of humor. It's like I'm kind of finding like a nice balance between what I think is the right position to give just the right amount of truth bombs, but make it entertaining and digestible and shareable. So as I was trying to think about how to address the severity of the situation of what happened in New York today, I figured I would keep it very tight, succinct, short, and to the point. Somebody just sent me a huge Venmo. I'm sorry that I don't have the name up on my screen, but whoever just sent me that, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. So I just wanted to make like a very short, maybe 20-minute, 30-minute, very succinct, poignant, focused thing specifically about what happened in New York, and then I'll let you guys go about your night. So what happened in New York today, which everybody knows, and I obviously can't even say, some large accounts have been getting nuked because people have been talking about the things that they don't want us to talk about. And I got to admit, as a person that's investing their heart and soul and certainly a whole lot of their time into this, it certainly is frightening as an American citizen, as a free-speaking American in the freest nation the world has ever known, with the First Amendment that we have. It certainly is frightening, concerning, and troubling that this is the type of stuff that happens when you say stuff. Thank you to Steve. I just pulled it up. Steve, thank you so much for the generous Venmo. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. So it's like and what blows my mind is I posted a little reel today, and I posted it on TikTok. And obviously we know that the people on TikTok are super I don't even know what planet they reside on. I feel like people are on freaking Mercury browsing TikTok. They're just like, bleh. They're like, bleep, blorp. Let's troll everybody. They're just like, what did you prefer? That everyone just dies? It's like, bleh. It's like, dog, these things are not mutually exclusive. I saw also today the story of the drummer of The Offspring being kicked out of the band because he refuses to get the juice. And then he posted on his Instagram story, and I saw it because Tommy Vex reposted it. He explained why he chose not to get it. The guy literally has an allergic reaction. He has a legitimate medical reason for not wanting to do this. Plus, think about all the other people that have a legitimate medical reason. Even if you want to take the free speech, even if you want to take the personal responsibility part out of the equation, even if you want to take that, your freedom of choice, I feel like what people fail to understand is that a lot of other people have had adverse reactions to things. They question the things that they put in their body. They protect themselves as they move about their life. They're very precautious over what they do in their daily life and how they act and where they go. And the sad thing about all this is that there are actual human beings. There are actual people that are celebrating this. Like, good, I got the juice. You got to get the juice. It's like, These people don't even understand the most basic principle of the trap that they are literally setting for themselves. People don't understand the severity of what this means. It essentially means that they can do anything. It pretty much means that they can do anything, because this gives them carte blanche excuse to do anything and everything they want, including imprison you, take you away from your family, take your kids away from you, take your job, take your ability to earn income, literally deperson you from the planet. They can deperson you for these supposed crimes of not doing what they want. And if you look into the actual legal paperwork of what these things say, they use very colorful language in the same way that they use the word I don't even want to say the word. I got to be careful about the words that I say. T ending in IST, something that you would consider somebody that creates fear in other people. They use that word that you're a T, like the people that went to the building that's in the nation with the white thing at the top where everybody was there with the flags and everyone was yelling, and it's been on TV. It was in January, whatever, do the math. Sorry if you're not following along, whatever, you have bigger problems if you can't figure it out. But I'm just saying, they just say like, oh, if you were there, you're a T. And it's just like, what? So they use this word T to basically justify these completely egregious and literally outrageous and ridiculous rules and these ridiculous prison sentences. This one dude went to prison, got an 8-month prison sentence for being there. It's like, okay, it's like that's being in prison for a political crime. So it's like, all they got to do is say you're a T, or say that they just have to change the rules, move the goalposts. Yet somehow out there are actual human beings, actual citizens that clearly don't understand what a history book is, that don't have even a semblance of time, even have the slightest bit of time or a semblance of understanding of what has happened in the history of the world, in the history of humanity. These people are obviously not paying attention to what's actually going on. So to all the people that are out there celebrating this, it's like, my guy, like por favor, take your eyeballs out of the binoculars, you bag of rice, because this is not a good thing. Because basically the citizens and the American supposedly free citizens that reside in the city of New York, that have any number of legitimate reasons that would objectively be understandable by any rational person, and all the people that are supposed to be free to make decisions about their own life, these people just got depersoned. They just got restricted of their freedoms. They're basically in a prison. And what's so interesting about all this is that you have Bill DeGarbagio, you have the supposed mayor, the supposed leader of the city of New York, that supposedly, oh, he's pro for all the underserved and the minorities. The majority of people in these communities, whatever you want to call them, people that have a different whatever, can't say anything because the world is trash, that don't look like this, are some of the most unjust people, because they don't trust it or they don't want to. It's not because of access. Everybody understands access. There's nobody out there like, oh, like I can't find it. Oh, like how do I get an ID? What do I need to do? Go to space? Like I'm not Elon Musk. How do I get an ID? It's like these people are intelligent, smart American citizens. Maybe they just don't want to listen to you because they've seen things in the past, because they understand that if you have a habit of lying consistently over time, one might infer that you're about to lie again, dog. So it's like, all right, all these legitimate people that understand things that are not as stupid as they make them out to be. All these people just got depersoned in the city of New York. And you know what's going to be who's going to have the most difficult time moving out of the state of New York to skirt these rules that they just got depersoned? Those people. And in addition to them, people that have not a lot of money. People that have not a lot of economic opportunity, that are unable to move. They have family members there. They have their job there. Maybe they started a business there. Maybe they started their own business there. Maybe they have a family business that they've been passed on for many years. Maybe they have a family home that's been passed on for many years. They've been strapped for cash for the last year, so they can't repair it. So they're gonna have to sell it at some type of loss. It's like maybe they own a rental building and the rental building's not paying, so they don't have any money to move. There's this moratorium, eviction, whatever, this virtue signaling bill that says you don't have to pay your rent. Literally, there was a video that Ocrazio posted or there was a video that I saw of Ocrazio today at the Capitol where she literally said these words came out of her actual human face. A supposedly person of the intelligentsia, a person that's supposed to be of a high caliber, a person that's supposedly supposed to represent millions of people. Alexandria Ocrazio, Moscow Mule, salt on the rim, please. That's a heck of a Moscow Mule. You're doing great. She literally said today out of her face that eviction is violence. Look it up. She said eviction is violence. Apparently, this chick doesn't know what violence means. Dog, you can't just abuse words like that. You huge. Okay. It's like you are like, make me a Moscow Mule, Ocrazio. You are terrible at your job. You are a virtue signaling clown, the demise of America, the most clueless person to ever exist. This woman is out of her gourd, Bill. Out of her gourd. Eviction is violence. You're not intelligent, woman. You are literally low IQ. Like, get a grip. This lady is out of her mind. Eviction is violence. Violence? That's violence. Use a dictionary. And in the world that we live in right now, you know what's about to happen? Merriam-Webster, bag of rice, Ocrazio dictionary is going to change the word violence to mean anything that someone doesn't like. It's like, oh, and then there's going to be some court proceeding where where one of the Supreme Court justices is like, such and such and such eviction, and they're going to be like, violence, reason and violence, reason. It's like eviction, reason. It's like white supreme, taco supreme. It's like, oh my God. So it's like, this is just the beginning. It's like they're literally destroying everything. It's so sad. Oh my God. The amount of people that have lost their life by this total and complete freak out. The amount of people, like, dude, I hate everything. Like, use Google. Like, Google. Like, people, like, look it up oh my God. I'm going to get a tattoo on my forehead that says, look it up. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like, literally look it up. I'll be like Post Malone. Jesus. All right. Let's look it up. I'm going to look it up. How long did it take? Literally 0.91 seconds, total 0.91 seconds. The amount of people that have perished in the state of New York, 7-day rolling average. Four people in the entire state of New York. New York State population. That's how long did it take to look it up? 1.04 seconds. 19.45 million people live in the state of New York. 4 people died in a week. Four people probably choked on the freaking Milky Way. You know what I mean? It's like, I would bet 4 people died choking on a Milky Way in the state of New York in the last 7 days. Yet every person's wearing a diaper. That doesn't work objectively, clearly, obviously, doesn't matter. People that get the juice are re-getting the juice. People on Facebook are like, slow down and breathe. Nah, dog, I'm not about to slow down and breathe. I'm going to do whatever I want because this is really bad, dog. So sorry if you don't like it. Click the X. I'm just saying. It's like, sorry for being mean, but like, for the love of Christmas, 4 people out of 19.5 million people. Are you joking me? I bet you 4 people slipped and fell off their bed and died just falling off their bed. It's like, how many people fall from falling air conditioners out of windows in New York State every year? Probably more than 4. It's like, God. Yeah, you have actual, literal, breathing Homo sapiens sapiens, humans being, you can even say Homo sapiens sapiens. That's literally what they're called. I'll be flagged for freaking hate speech. He said homos. It's like, it's literally the word. That's how you say the word. I got flagged. I think I said on my live stream yesterday, I got tagged for a community violation on TT for freaking saying a true fact. It's like, all right. And you know me, you know how I roll. You know how I stir the Sunday sauce. I used other words because I'm a wordsmith of sorts. I'm trying to matrix the freaking, you know what I mean? Like they're coming at me, and I'm just like, it's like, who? I'm just like juice, like country with the red flag. You know what I mean? It's like Joey double chocolate chip. It's like Hunty. Like, you think I want to call him Hunty? No. That's what I got to call him. So I can matrix these fools. Here I am revealing the truth. Well, so it's just like, all right. So all of our fellow brothers and sisters, theys and them, z's, zers, and zers and zors, and whatever the hell they are, these people just got depersoned. This is the most people I have ever had watching right now on YouTube and Facebook. Facebook, what's up, fam? I see you, dog. 104 people on Facebook. That's crispy. That's real crispy, Jack. Thanks for being here. Tickle my bag. Appreciate y'all. Thanks so much. Thank you, Smedge. Turns out freedom costs $1.05 and people actually like it. Go figure, Jack. Oh man, the world is trash. Anywho. So it's just like the fact that there are actual human person, like 10 people just dropped off Facebook as soon as they're like, nah, I'm not about to stay, brother. Like, don't celebrate me, bro. So the fact that they're taking away the freedom to go to the gym should be all the evidence that anybody needs. Quite literally, the one thing in New York that would allow you to be the safest. And now, don't get me wrong, in August, July, you could get away with running outside, doing push-ups in the park. You could get away with those things if you have access to a park. Otherwise, you're doing push-ups on the sidewalk. You're running on the sidewalk. What about people that have bad knees? They can't run outside. They need to use an elliptical, which is oftentimes found in a gym. There's plenty of people that have bad knees. What about actually lifting weights? I understand that you can do a good amount of exercise with body weights, but it's like, dog, like, so you just lost access to dumbbells, to elliptical machines, to other health services that are kept inside gyms, like saunas, like other different, like your personal trainer, for example. People that don't know how to exercise, maybe people that need modified exercises so that they don't injure themselves. People that want to be healthy, they literally are making it so they cannot be healthy. If the free market was allowed to do what it wanted to do, businesses could choose whether or not they wanted to have juiced or non-juiced people. And then the business that wanted to go to the unjuiced one could go to the unjuiced one. And the ones that want to go to a juice only one could go to a juice only one. That's the free market. And what would happen is that the free market would prove to them what's the one that deserves to exist. But instead, they're exercising through egregious, overreaching government power to force you to do something. And I am so thankful that I live in the state of Florida, but I'm not getting too comfortable, Jack, because what is happening to these people in New York City should be a concern of all of us. It's like, these are human beings that are being told right now that if they have a history of allergic reaction related to something, and they have a private medical matter, and they don't have the resources to move out of New York City in the next 12 days, they can't exercise. They can't go and eat food at a restaurant. It's like, what? It's sad. And it's a sad day for America. And like, I feel very, I don't even know the right word. I feel deflated by the fact that so many people saw this coming. So many people have been sounding the alarm about it. So many people are trying to speak about it and they're getting suppressed. It's like, we're in the thick of it. We are in a trap. And I don't mean that it's over, and I don't mean that we should all hang it up and like live in the top of a mountain, but it's like every single thing that people said was going to happen is happening, and this is just tragic. And if we go into these lockups again, help, like, save us all. People that, like, from people taking their own life. I don't even want to say the words because I'll get dinged for even using the words. So read between the lines. From people that have problems with substances, from people that have problems with alcohol, from people that need to be around other people that need to socialize, the normal, natural human nature of how people stay healthy, people that need physical therapy, people that need the gym, people that want to eat at a restaurant. There's a lot of people in New York City that don't have a kitchen. There's people that live in studio apartments that need to use restaurants or pre-made food. There's some people that have disabilities that are unable to go and make their own food. There's any number and any variety of different reasons why somebody would choose to make this, yet you have actual human beings out there supporting supporting this that don't even understand that all of these people that they were supposed to protect, all of the lives that supposedly matter, all those people just got depersoned unless they follow along with whatever they want to force you on you. And it may not even be about this individual situation. It's about what's going to come down the line. It's the booster. It's the next one. It's one every 6 months for the rest of your life. It's eventually going to happen that they're going to make you pay for it. Yeah, it's free right now, and everybody's getting an old fashioned and going down to their local noodle house, and they're going, great, like, look at me. I have the juice. I'm better than you. I'm a top tier citizen and you're a garbage merchant. You deserve to be shamed. You don't deserve to work. You can't go to a grocery store. You need to be made fun of and insulted. We need to insult your intelligence. The leader of the free world, the double chocolate chip having literally corrupt psychopath that barely understands what words he's saying. This person is going to insult your intelligence because you made a decision for yourself. Any average American citizen that made this decision, I guarantee you, has done more independent research and validation of these points than Joseph Double Chocolate Chip. Give me a waffle cone, Jilly, Dr. Jilly, resuscitate me. I think I'm not a living anymore. This guy's a clown. And it's just like, and then you have people like Ocrazio going and sitting on the steps of the Cap just being like, eviction is violence. It's like, no, it's not, Ocrazio. You are clueless. You are not an intelligent human being. I'm sorry, you're low IQ. Like, sorry, but you're the worst person. Like, that supposedly represents us. Eviction is violence. You're a clown. A disgrace. It's violence. It's violence. They haven't been paying their rent for 11 months, 13 months. What about the people that invested their hard-earned money and their hard-earned capital to buy those properties? What about all the people that invested their money in that? It's all woe is me. Everybody, we should be socialist. Dude. And the thing that's so troubling about all this, as mad as all of us are, is that there are literally people going around watching Clown News Network, watching Don Lime, that are just thinking like, every person with skin like this is a supreme Taco Bell. Critical garbage theory actually teaches real history instead of teaching you to hate your country and hate the person that's standing next to you. People that think that somehow the police department is a bad thing and that it needs to be completely rebuilt from the ground up, which is going to make all the people in underserved and low-income communities suffer the most. People that are out there thinking white supremes are just punching people in the face and killing people all over the planet, yet the statistics show that unarmed people that don't have skin like that, you're talking less than 20 people in a year. Less than 20, like 16, I think is the number, out of multi-millions of interactions with police. You got a guy, I think it was in New York or it was in Chicago yesterday, got shot in broad daylight after a disagreement over a dice game. And they're going to be like, Supreme. It's like, bro, are you out of your mind? These people are sick. And it's like, our beloved country is eroding right before our eyes, and it's just sad. And like, and the thing that really bothers me even beyond it is that there are such a huge amount of people that are being forced to do this. Otherwise, they lose the thing that they worked for their entire life. If you're a police officer in the state of New York, if you're a government worker and you're relying on your pension or you're relying on some other thing that you have, you're screwed. You're trapped. You're financially trapped because you give away a lifetime of work, a lifetime of promised income. You essentially are giving away your freedom to an authoritarian power grab that may, in this specific situation, seem reasonable. But any person that has any basic understanding of how to invest their time into looking things up online can see, and people are like, oh, would you look it up on the internet? Yeah, you mean the most free and powerful information tool, distribution tool to ever exist in the history of mankind? Yeah, I looked it up on the internet, you moron. Where was I supposed to look it up? At the freaking library, you clown? Where'd you find that, on the internet? You're dumb, bro. Get a fucking clue. Where'd you find it? Online? Yeah, online. You're dumb. Oh. It's like, oh, would it have been somehow better if I found it in the card slot at the local library? What are you, out of your gourd? Oh, where'd you find it? This Center for Garbage Control has $6 billion of funding. Oh yeah, that means it's legit, and you should trust it for everything for the rest of your life. What are you, out of your mind? Oh, you're just a conspiracy. Oh yeah, is you really a theorist when every single thing that you say comes true 6 months later? You're out of your mind. People are stupid. So it's like, that's the thing that I chalk it up to, is just like, you're low IQ. Like, sorry, but it's sad. And it's like, it doesn't actually hit somebody until it hits them, until it claps them right in the face. And it is unfortunate, because the lateral slippery slope in which we are traveling down, there may be no returning from. And it's like, imagine being a person that like fought and died for this country and all of these other things, only to see people insulting it, saying that it's evil, saying that it's built from the ground up based on racism, that everybody, and meanwhile, there are more successful people of color, the highest income people of color in the United States of any country in the world. More people of color travel to the United States to try to live in the United States than any country in the world. It is the freest, most prosperous nation to ever exist in the history of mankind. And these psychopaths, these I could see 10 feet in front of me, but not even a half a foot behind me. These people are psychotic. They are low IQ people that do not understand the severity of their lack of understanding of how the world works, how the economy functions, the value of capitalism and the free market, and the value and the promise of American freedom and liberty. These people are clueless, and it's sad. I feel sad for them that they are so brainwashed, because they are so intellectually unaware, and so limited research, and so low IQ, so low street smarts, so low intelligence, that they can't see in their peripheral that they're being walked into a trap that they will never be able to get out of. And it's like, okay, all right. And they've managed to emotionally and mentally manipulate these people to the point where they fight with their parents, their siblings, their cousins, their brothers, their sisters, their employees, their closest friends, their lifetime friends, people they've known their whole life, local leaders, people that they follow and believe online, and every single person that they know. And they will go completely against all of those people and fight with them, because they've been brainwashed and emotionally manipulated by a mainstream narrative that is impossible for them to break out of. And it's like, you're being abused, and they don't even see it. And here you have all of these well-meaning, patriotic people that love America, that love freedom, that love liberty, that understand that the reason that we're in this position in the first place is because of liberty, is because of freedom, is because of the fact that we're in America, is because of all of the rights that we've been granted by the people that worked hard and died for them. That is the only reason why it's not worse than it already is. And they are so stupid that they are protesting in the streets to get their freedoms taken away. They're protesting online to get their freedoms taken away. They're crying and moaning and demanding that they steal their freedoms right from them. Make me have less money, pay me with some inflated money, deflate the money that's already in my pocket. I'm gonna artificially inflate a freaking actress, AOC, who was picked like she was being picked for American Idol, plucked from obscurity because she checks all the woke boxes, because she talks with passion, because it's violence, because eviction is violence, and all these low IQ people that have been emotionally manipulated to the point where they can't even figure out how to think for themselves. They are getting emotionally manipulated and tricked right into a trap. And the saddest part about it all, the sickest part about all of this, is that it's working. Not only is it working, it's working with ridiculous efficacy. And the amount of people that are aware, paying attention, speaking about it, acting on it, trying to inform the people that they care about, we're being separated into two very different factions of the same country. We're being separated from each other. And the ability to distribute free thought and have conversations without people getting mad or people being woke or people's conversation being suppressed is the downfall of America. The ability for people to communicate and share and learn from each other is demonized. It's like, You can't talk to each other. That's not woke. Oh, you don't understand. You're too dumb. Oh, you're one of those Trumpers. You're one of those red hats. People are stupid. And that's the thing. I heard a quote from George Washington the other day that said, few men are virtuous enough to withstand the highest bidder. I believe that was the quote. And I was like, wow. Wow. And when you take that quote, let me see if I can find if that was exactly it. I believe it was something like that. It was like few men have the virtue to withstand the highest bidder. Here it is. Few men have virtue to withstand the highest bidder. So the mess that we're in is because you have a lot of low heroism, spineless, non-virtuous people that are willing to put their own self-interest, their own financial return, their own career, and their ability to have upward momentum into more economic prosperity for themselves and their family, and their elitism, because they understand that they're on the side of the elite. It's like, if you can't beat them, join them, and that's what they think, and they have no virtue, so they take the bid. They take the bid. And it's like, capitalism is not perfect. The free market is not perfect, but it's certainly, with absolute certainty, is more perfect than centralized control in the hands of a non-virtuous few that are only interested in elevating their own income, elevating their own personal brand, and elevating their own ability to exercise power in perpetuity forever. That is what is happening. And you have people like Bill DeGarbaggio, and you have people like Cuomo, who is a pure and quite purely and simply an obvious example of nepotism. You have people like that are supposedly running the world. You got people like Gavin Newsom, who's a literal snowman in California, running the state into the ground, virtue signaling, breaking his own rules. The guy was literally teed up by money, teed up by Pelosi, teed up by big money donors. The guy's a clown. And people are out there voting for this guy. These people are they're being mentally abused, and they don't even understand. They don't even understand how to identify the abuse that they're in. You know how many people that you see that are in bad relationships, girls and guys and Z's and Zers and theys and thems and whatever, they get trapped in relationships with people that are toxic for them. And how long do they stick around? A long time, a real long time. Well, he's blank. Well, she's blank. Emotionally manipulated. And you see how difficult it is to get out of a relationship when everybody around you is saying that that relationship is bad. You need to leave that guy. You need to leave that girl. You know countless people that are trapped in situations like that. And depending on your age and the people that you associate with will depend on how many of those people that you know closely and intimately. But it's hard for them to get out. Imagine if every single person on the planet seemed to agree that that relationship was good, except for the people that really cared about you the most. Imagine how difficult it would be for you to leave that relationship if you saw on TV that it was healthy, if you saw in magazines that it was healthy, if you saw in movies that it was healthy, if you saw TV shows that suggested it was healthy, if all of your idols, all of your leaders, all of the famous people that you love, all your favorite sports players, all your favorite celebrities, all of your favorite people, even your parents, even peoples and members of your family, all say it's good. But the people that care about you the most, to take the time to invest into telling you the truth, to showing you the light, if it was just them and everybody else was saying it was good, imagine how hard it would be for you to get out of that relationship. Really hard. I would almost say it's nearly impossible. And that is what the vast majority of not only people in America, but human beings of planet Earth are trapped in an emotionally abusive relationship with a centralized government structure that they do not know how to escape. And they're being inundated with such an overwhelming amount of media to convince them that anything other than the mainstream belief is incorrect. How are they going to get out? The answer is they may not be able to. And that's the problem. And then the one place that they learn, the one place that they have the capacity to learn, school, infiltrated. The one place that they have the ability to learn, movies, TV, film, documentaries, infiltrated across the board. The last bastion of hope, the internet, already being censored, already being manipulated, search results being manipulated because one company controls the entire funnel of information. One small group of companies are all in cahoots to control the distribution of free thought. How are you about to get by that? You make one network that allows the distribution of that thought to go outside the boom, and boom, Amazon claps them, gets rid of them, delete them, deperson, deplatform, kicked out, tossed into obscurity. How are you going to get out of that? And then the last hope that you have is on a little bit of a live stream, a little bit of an Instagram, and a little bit of a Facebook video from some chooch that's just yelling into their phone from some point on earth that's doing the best that they can to tell you the truth using freaking code words that you had to do a variety of other research to even understand and be able to follow the truth of it. And then you have to invest all of that time to figure it out. And then at any moment, that person can be zapped, exploded, disappeared into nothingness, escaped forever. So I don't want to sit here and just analyze and oversaturate your airwaves with this doom and gloom. Like, it's over, it's done, retire, hit the mountains, hit the bricks, we're done, we're dead forever. All I have to say is that there is only one solution and one solution only to this problem. This is the answer to it all. The world will be saved by individuals, by large groups of individuals thinking independently for themselves, that maintain their own personal health, that maintain their own mental health, that control the environment in which they live, that protect themselves physically and mentally from any and all information, that insulate themselves from people that mean ill will towards them, that locate themselves in physical geographic locations that protect and insulate them from some other nature. People that protect their home front, people that protect their family, people that protect the information that they intake and the things that they outtake, people that monitor the information that comes into their life through every single source, through text, through voice, through podcasts, through video, through TV, through media, through books, through the communication with the people that they love. And in that individual fortifying their existence beyond the point that it can be infiltrated by anyone short of somebody putting a weapon to their head, when that person has the spine and the ability to communicate the truth to the people around them individually, one by one, in hand-to-hand conversations around the world, in mass, at the same time, unless that happens, we lose forever. That's it. That's the only answer. There is no answer. That's the answer. Individual, in-person, hand-to-hand conversations by leaders, individual leaders that have fortified and protected and insulated their mind from all the bullshit, that had the stones to take an otherwise fun and non-critical social interaction and turn it into an exchange of facts, truth, ideas, and progress. Without that, we lose forever. I see no other answer. So it's like people are always like, what do I do? What's the answer? That's the answer. I don't know anything else. It's taken me 34 years to realize this. It's taken me 10 hours a day for 10 years to figure this out. That's the answer. That's the solution to everything. There is no other way. They can't control your mind. They can't control the individual interaction. Go to the park, tell somebody something about it. The power of word of mouth is unbreakable, undefeated. It is the only thing that will save the future of the world and the future of humanity, is individual people choosing to insulate themselves and lead others. And if you do not place yourself to be a leader, then allow yourself to be led. Some people are a good number two. That's just the nature of the world. Find your strength, lean into it, and lead or be led. And that's it. I don't know any other solution. I do believe that that is the solution for the world. I do believe that that is what saves America. And I do believe that that is the only way that we get out of this. With that being said, I have found that the times that I have had the most poignant and direct message that has reached the most people has been when it's been short, direct, passionate, well thought out, clearly communicated, and succinct. This is a 39-minute rant that I've studied on one topic, the answer for it all. And that's why I'm going to leave it right there, because that's the message. Anything else is fluff. watch it again. That's all I know what to do. And as this continues, speak. Be careful of the words you use. Be careful of the words you type. Be careful of the titles. Think outside the lines. The good guys win. I'm certain of that. Play the game. Figure out how to play the game. Too many people run directly into the center of the town square, guns blazing, with a red hat on and a glowing vest. Survey the situation. Be tactical. Move thoughtfully. Speak thoughtfully. Be cognizant of what you're doing with your words, because at the end of the day, the words are the thing that get you right now. Be careful of the words. Communicate the message and be tactical. Make reels. Post them on TikTok. Make videos. Distribute them. Communicate with the people that you love and care about the most. Try to find people that are located in the middle and try to bring them to the light. Be a student of the truth. Do more research. Love America. Promote America. Promote American values. Talk about America. Wear an American flag. Support people, businesses, organizations, structures, and the people that are close to you that understand this message, and never turn your back on them. A united front for the cause of truth and liberty and freedom can never be defeated. There are more of us than there are of them. It's an illusion. They are emotionally, mentally, visually manipulating our mindset to make us believe that we are in the minority, of which we are not. That's part of the emotional manipulation. If you have the fortitude and the depth of understanding, the time investment and the hard work to understand the truth, you start to see right through all that stuff. It's ongoing. It never ends. It never stops. It's a consistent and continuous battle now until for the rest of your days. And it is your responsibility to not only do that, but to pass it on to all the people that you care about. Because there's kids that are being born right now. And they need to know. I believe in it. I believe in us. I believe in America. I believe in you guys. I appreciate your time. I want to thank the guys and gals that got the badges. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. A big thanks to Steve for the Venmo. Thank you, Dawn Maureen, Britt C. Wolf, Jenna Rose SP, Chooks Official, A-Mark Life, Lana Liberty One, and Christy and Krista Marie for the badges on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for your time. Spread the message. Share this video. Watch it twice. I think we win in the end. That's my message.